Bad call, but go for it.
Oh, baby.
So we're just gonna jump right into it, huh?
Something's gonna get real fucked up.
We are drinking whiskey.
I put gin on top of my gin.
Giggling about bullshit. Save your nutsack to playing with the boys? Oh my god, we're recording.
I'm trying to fill the void.
That's what you want, an alabaster smooth penis.
Zig and Larry ignore a topic.
Well, hello.
Welcome to Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic, and once again, where I'm coming to you from the Black Void.
Ah, yes. The Black Void.
Did I concern you? Did you think it was gone?
No. When I came back, it was dark, and I decided that I should probably check and make sure that we were still, we were still connected.
Great. Are we still conceivably recording video?
Yes, we are.
Oh, fantastic. So I'm just going to let this roll. I'm going to come at you from the Black Void, and that just makes me happy.
You know what? I know both of us have been familiar with the Black Void in the past, and
Sure. Tell me your experience in vapid detail. Vapid.
In vapid detail? There you go. There were colors, and I wanted it to be black, but after a little bit, then I just started seeing things, and there were little gumdrop people, and monkey pigs that were making bacon, and there were scientists that had the body of Robbie the Robot.
That is officially vapid detail. Good job.
I'm good with vapid detail.
Me too. I'm guessing you got my story that Mama Cass has learned to fly officially.
Yes, Mama Cass, our spirit animal. She's in the air. Cheers to Mama Cass.
Cheers to Mama Cass. They put that poor little bastard on a diet, and they gave her exercise, and she can actually fly again.
Yes, she can. My gnome salutes her.
If your gnome salutes, then my Jesus Christ with the nipple clamps.
Oh, God. I don't even know what this background is.
It's just one of the Skype normal backgrounds, but it's actually more terrifying than it should be.
Yeah.
It's like the Wiggles on acid, but something's going in. Okay, so on the far left side of my screen, right to your head, there's a foot. That means that something's going up somebody's butt.
Yes.
Like, it's not going to get... Oh.
Yep.
Oh, and over here, hold on, he's very big. There's 2 feet, so it's on both sides of your head, and it's just like, Saladin.
So how you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, brother. Same old same. I'm trying to figure out... So, I told you that I got this beautiful chair, right?
Yeah.
Took me 25 minutes to put together. I also got from the company, well, on their dime, this beautiful L-shaped desk. It's awesome. I love it. Why is that picture of the 3 of us on its side?
Great question. I don't know, and that's just what Skype did.
Well done. The problem being with this goddamn desk, it's just a little like, I hope people actually saw that. If not, screw it. The chair was brought to you by Lazy Boy, and it was like 20 minutes. Like I said, this desk took me 3+ hours with those goddamn horrifying, like, machine screws to go into machine holes that actually work, and it's a big L. So after you get mostly done, it just doesn't sync up anymore, and it drove me up the goddamn wall. So what I decided to do was use a bunch of vice grips and my drill and some screws and just do it my way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. Just, okay, great. I understand that this is how you want me to do it, but this is how we're going to do it, which is what my wife tells me all the time before we make love.
Does she actually?
There's been times, yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I just get whatever you can do. It's
Just
fine.
whatever you can do. My best, yeah, and that's sad.
The souffle has fallen, correct? Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. It's fine. Are you sweating before you thrust 3 times? Spectacular. Good job.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, for God's sakes, it's like get me at like 2, 3 in the afternoon. I'm doing great. Anytime after 7 p.m., I'm doing my best, and that's what I can say.
But I wake up at a solid 65%. That's enough to walk the dog. That is good enough to make some coffee. That's good enough to fire up the computer and go, what fresh hell is this? Roughly by noon, I'm just a sad boy. I'm just, yeah. It's like, this is my life. Yeah. What do you need, stupid? Okay, great. Good for you.
Yeah.
Click, click, click. Dunzo. That made me money. Jesus Christ, who cares? And then by about 3, I'm totally checked out. What I've done is I've prepped dinner, which is my only joy of the day. Not only joy, but one of my best joys of the day. And, Larry. Oh, let's pause.
Yes, sir.
Sir, have you brought an actual cocktail to the table today?
I have. And it's not even a cocktail, son. It's just bourbon. Just grab me some. We actually have a case upstairs of Milam and Green, triple cask, straight bourbon. Are you familiar with Milam and Green?
I am not, sir.
There's almost a grassy finish. And I don't know how they can call it bourbon because it's actually a Texas booze.
You're reading something.
I'm sending you a picture of the bottle.
Okay.
It's from Texas, so I don't know how again they can call it bourbon, but it is bourbon. I know they've loosened up their definitions and the laws on what can be bourbon and what can be whiskey. But yeah, I decided to not piss you off this time. And this is a really fine bourbon.
Oh, sunshine. So
it's really sweet on the front of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And then again the finish is this is a real grassy so growing up as I did, it's almost got a fresh cut hay flavor at the very back of the tongue. So if you've ever smelled, so you know what the smell of fresh cut hay is?
no. No.
Okay.
Why would I know the smell of fresh cut hay?
Well, you grew up in the middle of fuck ton
You
nothing.
know the sorrow of a fresh, cold whore from Cambodia.
That
No.
one I know you
Never
know.
found it.
That one you know. I was there. No, it's so. And when I say grassy, like that. So think fresh cut grass, but with a sweeter, sweeter smell. What's that?
Dark. I'm just processing what I just said. Please continue. In my black void.
You are in the black void. With so that fresh cut grass smell, but with a sweeter, earthier nose to it. That's what this tastes like. That smell. So it really. So any of the other shoeless hilljacks that listen to this show, which I know there are a few, it has a finish of fresh cut hay, which is really clean and sweet, but has just that little touch of earthiness that it's a bourbon that has the earthiness of Scotch, but like a not a super peaty Scotch, but like a Scotch that's finished in rum barrels.
Mm-hmm.
That's the finish on this
Well,
bourbon.
A, you're making me hard. B,
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much they're giving you for this, because are they an official sponsor or not yet?
Not yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna if I keep talking about it, they'll eventually have to.
Reach out.
Yeah, I'm going to. Hey, Milam and Green, you want to be involved with a podcast that talks about dogs finding dildos and monkey-human chimeras?
Don't you?
Who doesn't?
Don't you?
I know I do.
I have a feeling they're just like bringing down the grain to Texas to distill it there to call it bourbon. I don't know, man.
Well,
It's all
it has to be distilled, not distilled, but aged in a certain kind of barrel. And I thought that bourbon had to be done in Bourbon County.
used to could, and then now doesn't have to. But
I'm sure that somewhere there's an explanation, but regardless, this is a good bourbon. And I'm still also sipping on my old man beer.
good for you.
Little Falls City.
Well, for this week's debacle, sir, I need to pose a query to you. I mean, what have all the greats done, that we haven't? I mean,
Fisting?
once I will accept that, but that's not what I'm going for.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, once you do something great, you kind of want to catch lightning in a bottle, right?
Right.
So think Caddyshack 2.
I'd rather not, but I understand what you're saying.
Ghostbusters 2.
Underrated, but let's leave it at that.
Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2 is not as good as Die Hard 3.
It would have been a decent standalone movie, had not been up against Die Hard 1.
Yeah, for sure.
The Blues Brothers 2000.
How dare you bring that abomination up?
I'm just saying that sometimes you got to make a sequel.
Yeah, you do. You're right. Well, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Is this...
In order to, it's the end of 2020. I had to. Bad Baby Names 2020. I had to do a sequel.
Bad Baby Names 2020.
Our goddamn first sequel. Jesus Christ. Now, last time we went to parenting.com and they gave us like a handful. This is HuffPost.
Oh, well, the most legitimate of news sources.
Uh-huh. Well, when it comes to bad baby names.
That's what they can handle.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They supply us with 130.
Did you say 130?
130.
I can't even legitimately count to 30, much less.
I'm aware, and today, between you and me, if we can get to 17 and a half, it's a good day.
It is a good day, because, shall we let them in on the secret?
What's that?
The secret is, this is the second episode we've recorded today.
Fantastic.
And we got real drunk during the first episode.
No kidding. Happy Thanksgiving last episode.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. We should have said that, because that's going to be the Thanksgiving episode.
This one might be. We're not good at that. So, here we go. I'm so excited to do this. and I want. So here's the problem. I was going through the HuffPost shittiest baby names of 2020 and 2019 actually, with a little crossover. 130, and a bunch of the girls' names weren't that terrible. However, a lot of the boys were really bad. So this time we're going to start with the boys, okay?
Okay.
And see how far we get. So I'm just going to do the first list that I can see, and then we can move on as we see fit.
Okay.
So the first 10 or so. Boy names. People named their children, their male children, human beings, these things. Fenway. Churchill.
Okay, hold on. I can dig Churchill.
Okay. As a first name.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
This far after the Blitz, you're okay with that?
Yeah, you know what? Because it's not been that long, and let's just
Wait, World War II, has it been that long?
It's not been that long, relatively speaking.
They rebuilt, they got bombed to fuck, and now they have Starbucks. It's been a while.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Okay, so Fenway. These are people, human beings, for their full time on the planet. Their first names: Churchill, Forbes, MacGyver.
Oh, hold on, MacGyver.
Stop here. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, of course you're gonna have to stop there. That finally, MacGyver's getting some credit. That's legit, and I'm into it.
So you're okay with naming a child
Yes.
after a 1980s TV show where he was able to fix all the problems with a couple of screwdrivers and a little bit of duct tape and some chewing gum.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Anything is better than Skylar.
I will give you MacGyver over Skylar. Yes, correct.
I say that also knowing that I've got a friend named Skylar who's a comic out in South Dakota, and he's really funny. Good dude.
Well, he's going to have to be because comedy comes out of self-pain. So after MacGyver is Attila.
Nope. Okay, no. Attila?
As a male baby's name. Attila.
Okay, no. No, please. That's ridiculous.
Is it worse if he is Caucasian, Asian, black, or other?
Can I just say yes?
Yeah. I guess I have to let you.
Yeah,
Sure.
because none of that is good. None of that is good. Like, it doesn't matter what... no. Just... no.
The problem is there's nobody called Attila the Cuddles.
Attila the Hun, but it's spelled H-O-N.
Attila Hun. Oh, come here.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Attila, the nursery school teacher.
Really, so people are actually naming their child after the individual who conquered a good portion of the known world at that time. Raped and pillaged and spread his seed to the point that most of us can trace our lineage to Attila the Hun.
Not most, but a goddamn good portion.
And people are like, you know what would be a cute name for this baby?
Mm-hmm.
Attila.
Yeah. Let's not call your kid Hitler Light. L-Y-T.
You know what we should name this baby? Hitler, Mussolini, Pol Pot, Jones. That's what we should name this baby. Fuck you.
The Snuggles.
Because he's just so cute.
Okay, so I feel like the way that we have to do this is start from the beginning again. So, Fenway, Churchill, Forbes, MacGyver, Attila, Blitz.
Wait, you say Blitz?
Blitz, as in bombing of...
As in Blitz,
The UK.
as in short for Blitzkrieg.
Yes, correct. As in bombing of the UK during
So,
World War.
Blitz is on the same list as Churchill.
And the next one is Cerulean.
You know how angry you were in the last episode by my pre-mixed canned cocktail?
Oh, very much, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I am now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why you're in the Black Void. I should have known. Motherfucker. Okay. All right.
This void.
Well,
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
if you've got a kid named Blitz and a kid named Churchill in the same class, I'm going to guess you're going to know which one is going to be the bully.
Go like this.
I say, Mrs. Blitz has come over here and taken my lunch. It's just taken it without any prompting.
He's removed it with no prompting. Oh Christ!
He's annexed my Scooby-Doo lunchbox.
I no longer employ that in my. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna do from Cerulean down. Okay, ready? This is like, I'm guessing, a dozen. So Cerulean, that's a person's name, a male person's name. Cerulean, Ontario, infant boy, one word. Redeem Bannon, mayhem, mayor, Rambo, testimony, time.
Wait.
Spelled like the goddamn herb, and Prince Charles, one word. I definitely did that on purpose.
Rambo.
Yeah, that was in the middle there.
Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's rad. I'm into it. Let's have Rambo.
Oh,
Come
really?
on. Are you kidding me?
You can name a fucking puppy that. You can name a rabbit that. You can't name a person that.
Yes, you can.
Can you name a person Han Solo?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you name a person Han Solo and expect them to have a very decent life?
No, for sure not.
So you're okay with naming a person Rambo? Going, he's just gonna ride the highways. He's in an old Ranchero, not even an El Camino, and a Ranchero from 1981, and he's just going to ride the highways and just adventure. But adventure will almost always involve sweeping.
Yes. Come on. I would totally have named a kid John Rambo Smith.
Well,
Because I almost had Glenn. So Glenn, his name was almost Bruce Wayne Smith. Because I had his mother convinced that I wanted to name him after my father. And then my best friend from childhood. So he would have been Bruce Wayne Smith.
That's the worst thing I've ever loved in my entire life.
Yeah, right? No, that's not. I am the worst thing you've ever loved in your entire life, but that's got to be a close second.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Life goes on. La, da, 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 life goes on.
That's... Don't do it. Okay, so, let's just get back to Ontario. Infant boy. One word.
That is
Infant.
bothersome. That you would just be like, hey, let's just call this kid what he is. Infant boy. It sounds like the shittiest superhero ever next to Hawkeye.
It's like from the first episode where somebody was like wanted to call their kid sex fruit in New Zealand. It's like, well, we banged. He is our sex fruit. We put seeds into the plant. He is our sex fruit.
Well, oi, what you want to call him? Crotch Goblin, they ain't gonna go for that one, is they? Alright, let's go for crotch fruit.
Your Cockney is much better than your posh, just so you know.
Oh, well, thank
Stick
you.
with that. It's really good.
Well, that's...
I can't do a good Cockney.
well, I'll take it, thank you.
Alright, so one more time through this list, and I'm going to move on because it's way too extensive. Bannon.
Really?
Mayhem.
Come on.
I'll give it to him as a middle name.
Look, you can't be so... look, how surprised would you have been if I had held up one of my newborn children and been like, Mayhem. What? I named it Mayhem. You motherfucker. Of course you did.
Now, the bitch of it is, I want to name a son if I ever had one that, but I know I won't get away with it.
Right. Just like Kanane's, like, his joke about watching the two, and I know we referenced this before, but just watching the two tiny children at a water park, and he's like, no, I am not the father of a Skylar and an Archer. I am the father of a Miller Time and the boss.
And the boss. Alright, so we're going to squeeze past Rambo, testimony. Time with a Y, like the goddamn herb. And Prince Charles, one word. Let's just ease past that.
I'm not going to touch it.
Somebody named their child Prince Charles.
Prince Charles.
That's one word. Prince Charles. Ready? Here's the next horrifying debacle. Subaru, Aquarius, Beacon, Archangel, Jackman, Voltaire, Crown, Winchester, Thailand, Barnaby, and Fraser. I did that on purpose that fast.
Well, one, it hurts me anyway. But two, the fact that you went through them so fast. Because it just sounded like one name.
Let's start at the beginning. Subaru.
Why would
somebody named their son Subaru?
I can only think that it... never mind.
No, as long as you're mooing, do it.
I could... just a nice couple that has already adopted a few huskies and plays...
Yes. Okay, yes, I get it. Lesbians enjoy Subarus. That's like kind of like
well, specifically, they were marketed to lesbians.
You know what? I'm in the market for a car right now. I'm looking at Subarus. They are spectacularly reliable cars.
Which makes sense because you're angry like a lesbian.
Sure.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, it didn't upset me.
You're the closest thing to a lesbian I am friends with.
That's also sad for you.
That's not true.
So, naming a child Subaru. Moving on. Aquarius. That's like 50 years too late.
Mm-hmm.
Beacon.
Now, Beaker from the Muppets, I would totally be okay with that. You want to name your kid Beaker? Absolutely. Beaker is trustworthy. Beaker is tough. Beaker is loyal. Beaker is brilliant. Beaker's got some bitchin' hair.
Beaker will take several sexual rods to the back.
Yeah.
And not bitch.
Well, Beaker cannot give you the safe word. Me.
He's trying to say butterfly, but it's like
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to say butterfly and it just comes out me. And so you just think that he's saying me, and which means more in Swahili.
your worldly knowledge, it dwarfs me.
No, that's your
Let's
height.
do these. Let's do these next three in a triumvirate. Archangel Jackman Voltaire.
One of these things is not like the other. And that is Voltaire.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that Hugh Jackman is an archangel.
Very good.
Yeah, because he's so pretty.
Winchester.
Mm.
Brown.
You know what? I'm okay with Winchester. I would never name a child that. I say that. Give me another glass of this bourbon, and if Nicole hadn't blown up the highway to the final destination, I would go upstairs right now and be like, let's make a baby named Winchester.
You know what? I actually understand because it's going to sound like I'm breaking balls, and I'm going to be beaten up for this. But if you have a sister named Denham, why couldn't you have a cousin named Winchester?
Exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah, still. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with Susan?
You ask what's wrong with Susan. She talks too much. She's never been able to hold down a serious relationship. She is a little bit narcissistic. And she feels like crystals can heal cancer.
So, every hairdresser in every small town lower than North Carolina.
Correct. Yeah.
Excellent.
And they're all named Susan.
They're all named Susan. All right, so here, I'm going to do another. Some of these I love. I mean, these are all, okay, these are names of boys, okay? Names that people have named human male children.
Mm-hmm.
Aesop, Tsar, Oxford, Dionysus, Utah, Beowulf, Demon, Gilead, Rage, Fox, Thoreau.
Why would you name your kid Thoreau?
Grabbed on to. I love it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's what you could do. Thoreau is a first name.
That's certainly a surname. What type of tomfuckery is this?
The problem is you can't name your first child Pretension. It's going to be terrible. So, no. We're going to name him Thoreau because we are very, very... Jesus Christ. You might as well look at your kid and go, I fucking hate you. I hope you die. I hope you have horrible, horrible experiences in your youth.
That's what I'm like. And look, I think I talked about this on the other one we did, but my whole bit about names and how important names are to developing a human, and how, just a Carl, if you brought me a Thoreau, I'd be like, I got nothing in common with this kid, and I kind of want to see him get beat up. But you bring me a Carl, I'm going to be like, when they were like, this Carl likes to sip on whiskey, fix old trucks, and chase puss, and be like, fuck yeah, I got some shit in common with Carl. I want to hang with Carl. How old is he? 5. Fuck yeah, this kid's going to be rad.
Fucking Thoreau is wearing, hand-knitted gloves that he doesn't want to get dirty. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't want my crochet gloves to get dirty.
These are the gloves I use to touch my face.
Beowulf.
I can't be upset with Beowulf. I'll be honest with you.
That's the name of a dog.
No, Indiana is what we named the dog.
Mm-hmm. You put that up like it's going to upset me.
No, I put it up because it delights me.
Good.
Because I got tired of not having a background.
Beowulf. I mean, is this going to be on something?
Potentially YouTube, yes.
Yeah, whatever. Demon. You name your kid
Why would
Demon.
the fuck would you name your kid Demon?
You nickname your kid Demon.
Yeah, when it turns out to be a little shit because you don't care about it, and you don't care enough to tell it to fucking stop.
The fourth time it uses a permanent marker on the walls, you call it the Antichrist. I get that.
Yeah.
But my biggest concern with this list that I gave you, not rage. Rage? I'm kind of okay with rage.
I should have named Gideon Rage. That would have been appropriate.
That's good middle name. Like, Jack Rage Ziegler. Why? Because fuck it, why not?
Because I can't fuck up any more than I already have.
But the most recent definition of Gilead, that's the country in The Handmaid's Tale where women are just breeding stock. And you're calling your kid Gilead?
I thought that Gilead was that chick from the X-Files. Gilead Anderson, that hot redhead where she's, she's a scientist and,
You've done that on purpose. Good for you.
A few things bring me as much joy as just watching that look settle in where you're like, I thought you were being accidentally stupid, but you did that on purpose. And
this is why I come to you from the void, from the blackness.
It's because my choice. Look, I made good choices in cocktails this time. I thought you'd be happy.
That's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing.
That's my nickname. Whole big thing.
It's not, though.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
My nickname is... Aw.
Oh.
The bitch of it is, it's impossible to spell, because it's all, like, you know. Now, Goliath, Mighty, Mowgli, Romance, Scholar, Shy, Rooster, Eastwood, Icarus.
Okay. Icarus is what you call your kid when they've fucked up too many times, but you're still proud of him.
And they don't get the reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if your kid just keeps building a higher and higher ramp to jump his bike off of and keeps eating shit, you're like, look, chill out, Icarus. Come inside and get a bomb pop. But go back to
Number one.
No.
I have
Go ahead.
one.
Yes.
Goliath.
What if that kid ends up being 5'3"?
What if that kid ends up being my size? I am forever Goliath Ziegler. Goliath Lee Ziegler.
Well, but that just references your cock.
Oh, that's just lucky haphazard. No, really. It's fine. But no, for real. Goliath.
That's unsettling.
Danger.
Look at that picture.
All of it is. All of this is. Nothing of this is okay. Goliath. You're named Goliath. The only way Goliath works as a first name, which it doesn't, is if you are a gigantic African-American man who has gone to prison. That's the only time it makes sense.
Okay, let's...
You can't be Goliath the CPA.
You know what? I would totally hire a lawyer whose name was Goliath.
Yes, and you are the exception that proves the rule.
Does he have a good record in court? I have no idea, but his name's Goliath, and I think what's the prosecutor's name? Daniel? Fuck. Oh, I fucked up this time.
Goliath Feinstein is like the weirdest. No. No.
Goliath.
Oh, Christ. Alright.
So,
you know what?
third from the last. What was that one again?
I don't know.
I really need you to find that one, though.
Let's see. Goliath.
It was right before Eastwood.
Oh, okay. Rooster.
I would totally name a kid Rooster. Why wouldn't you name a kid Rooster?
Why wouldn't you name a kid Rooster? Because you don't want him to be in charge of the pickup truck rally.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. Hey, who's got all them flags? Rooster. All right, go see Rooster and get one put up on there on the pickup truck.
Rooster gets a lot of puss. I'll give you that. Rooster gets a ton of puss. But Rooster is also concerned because his unemployment has been up for the last 3 months, but they're still sending him checks. He's like, it's going to bite me in the ass at some point.
I don't know, man. God, I may start calling Gideon Rooster just to see what happens. That's my parenting style. Let's do this to see what happens.
That's good. Let's do this to see what happens. This is going to be a very interesting kid. Just keep twisting. Keep twisting. Give it a little bit more sugar. Just pull a little bit back
Just
on the infection.
a touch of chili powder and let it simmer.
Mm-hmm. Well, just to do it, let's see. These aren't terrible, but they're not great. The girls' names.
Yes. Wait, Rooster wasn't a girl's name.
At this point, who cares? Whisper.
You know what? That's not bad. That's okay. All right. From a father of a willow, Whisper could be good. I also am a fan of River as a girl's name.
That's not on the list, so that's good.
Yeah.
Whisper, Aloe, Brilliant, Greenlay, Poem, Czarina.
What? Go back. What was that?
Which one?
Greenlay?
Greenleigh. Greenlay? Greenley?
Greenley? Why? Is there an explanation for that? Does
HuffPost
give an explanation?
No explanation for any of this bullshit.
Greenlay, Gryan Lion.
It's like you take a left through a very nice small road. You go past Greenlay, and then you're at your destination.
Right. You'll doors open on the left at Greenlay.
Mm-hmm. Woman also named Brilliant. Woman named Aloe.
No.
Woman named Poem.
Poem?
Poem.
Poem? Poem?
Yeah. Yes. The same. Yes.
Pum? Pum? Can we pronounce it Pum? Pim? Pim?
You can.
If you're South African, Pim?
Yes, you can impose whatever horror you want on your own child. Yes.
Not true.
Well, from the onset. After that, they do their own thing.
Yeah.
Czarina. Okay, well, whatever.
Does that start with an X?
Title.
Does that start with an X?
CZ, like a Russian czar.
Oh, okay.
Czarina.
Okay. All right.
Nebula. This is straight up taking it from a movie and or a comic book. Nebula.
Get fucked. As I am a big comic book nerd, and would look at many comic book names as legitimate names that could be used for a human that part of you brought into the world. You just provide some of the ingredients that is used to Nebula? Gamora was the better of the two sisters. Nebula was a straight bitch. No.
She came around, but you know.
No, not Nebula.
What about her sister, who also should be a horse? Clove.
Clove?
Yeah. So I'm
We
going to
did have a horse named Clove on property for a little while.
Why not? I'm going to do a couple. Clove, Sublime, Kashlyn, Kashlyn, Sparkle, Malibu, Ethereal, Sweden, Cinderella.
Did you say Sparkle or Spark-O?
No, Sparkle.
Like with an L-E?
Mm-hmm.
Because, no, but Spark-O, I would totally be okay with.
Kind of like from He-Man, the Orko.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Orko. There was a female version. Do you remember that episode where there was a female Orko? And I can't remember what her... Hey Siri, what was the female Orko?
Okay, I found this on the web for what was the female Orko. Check it out.
Driel. Driel is a female of Orko's species with blonde hair. So, oh yeah, and she had like the... Yeah, here. I'm going to send this to you. But in the episode of He-Man, when Orko meets Driel, the whole mythos of Orko's race is that they don't remove their hat for anybody except for someone that they love. So Driel and Orko, in the shadow, you don't get to see Orko's face, and you don't get to see Driel's face, but in the shadows, and like, you get to see them remove their hats, and they pull down their masks, and they show each other their faces, which I'm pretty sure, and even as a little kid, I knew that meant they was a fucking.
This imprinted on you so hard when you were a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, and to imagine my surprise when I lost my virginity and when I pulled down my face mask, and she was like, "What are you doing? Just put your dick in me."
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I was not prepared. He-Man did not prepare me for that. Neither did G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was not like put on a condom and get in there, soldier, and no one's half the battle. I was just like, I don't know what Scarlet and Roadblock just snuck off on their own and showed each other their faces. I don't know what that means.
I put Roadblock up my butt for totally different reasons, and it did not work out.
Because he told you he loved you?
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Moving on. Sparkle, Malibu, Ethereal, Sweden, Cinderella, Mellow, Hathaway, Mama, Serenity, Rose, One Word, Versailles, and Fairy.
How is it spelled?
Which one?
Fairy.
The way you think.
With a Q?
No, then the regular way. Naming a kid
With the
Hathaway,
silent Q?
Yeah, it's so silent. It's not even on the thing.
So Hathaway was one of the names?
Yeah.
Look, I could totally see that if the rest of the name was Hathaway's Titties.
Hathaway's titties. Hashtag don't get to be a princess anymore because I actually have artistic merit.
Yeah, because Anne Hathaway, one, is a brilliant actress, and two, just is... I use the term statuesque to describe a handful of people. She's one of them.
Thank you.
Her and Laverne Cox.
I'm very happy to be part of that very small team.
You Laverne Cox
Mm-hmm.
and Anne Hathaway.
Mm-hmm. And for me, Iman from 30 years ago.
And Grace Jones. Don't,
Terrifying.
as an homage to our buddies, don't touch yourself with a clown.
Oregon.
Or Grace Jones.
Correct.
Thank you, Larry Eisner and Todd Roth.
Naming a child Mama. M-A-M-A.
Well, that's just... You're just kind of limiting their choices at that point, aren't you?
Very few public defenders.
Who's going to be your surgeon today? Mama. Fuck.
Who's Mama? No. Mama Jabinski. What?
You're going to need to specify what you mean there.
This might be my favorite of these. Peony, Willoughby, Missouri, Dairy.
How's that spelled?
Which one?
Now, peony, I could see. Like,
It's a flower.
yeah, I could see that. Missouri?
Mhm.
Unless you... No, not Missouri. Okay, what was the one after that?
Dairy.
How did they spell that one?
The same way you spell the aisle at the grocery store.
F-E-M-I-N-E-H-Y-G-I-N-E?
No, dairy. Where you get your milk and your yogurt.
Titties?
Sure.
The best thing about having a podcast is you can just say whatever you want.
That means that somewhere in this fucking universe there's a human being named Dairy Mills, Dairy Smith, Dairy Jones, Dairy, as in milk products.
Why would you do that to a child?
Well, the same reason you name a child Richard Head III. You don't like them.
Or there is a psychologist who whose name is Richard in Butt.
Same
Again,
thing.
I'm referencing some of my jokes, but there's a lot of my jokes that are based in reality.
We talked about that in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Definitely did, yes. It's the problem is that people just think it's cute for 8 seconds, and they're not smart enough to realize what they've done for the rest of their child's lives. And for the last time, this, yeah, screw it.
Did you just give up?
But yeah, this is the last. These are children, okay?
Okay.
Female children.
Okay.
Bison,
For a woman?
Bison, Air, Kipling,
Kipling?
Field, Clever, Relic, Furious.
I don't really know how to respond to...
Try.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my dead level best.
So I've never met you. I'm saying, hello, my name is Relic Ziegler. I am a female person shaking your hand. Hello, I'm Relic.
Hello, I am generic Larry Smith. That's a very interesting name. Where did you get that?
She's heard that every single time of her fucking life, and every time. Every single time she's met a human being,
Yeah.
she's had to hear, that's very interesting. She wants to fucking kill you. Stop it.
That's most women. Most women that
Stop.
meet me want to kill me.
Naming your kids stupid fucking shit. Because every time they meet somebody, they go, I've never heard that before. And they go, no, I'm unique. And then somebody dies.
No,
Stop
your
it.
name isn't unique. That's her. You're Relic.
Jesus balls. It's
That is
every-
also a potential name.
You know what?
One word. Jesus
Your
balls.
name is Larry. My name is Adam. Adam is not terribly common, but it's common enough.
Yeah.
Larry, I've never heard like, hey, I'm Adam. Hey, Adam, how are you? I'm like, what is your name?
Relic.
Yeah, no. My name is Clever Field Absolution. What the fuck?
Prince Charles Thorogood.
Every single
Now,
fuck.
how do you feel about like if if it were a woman that were introduced herself and her name was Tulip?
Well, for me, that'd be different. I know a tulip.
I like flower names. And I laughed after that because I know exactly how it sounded. Because it sounded simple and corn-fed, which is what I am. But I like flower names. I like tree names. I get it, you know. But
You know what people don't need in their lives? When they say, my name is X, and then the next person says, what?
right.
I'm sorry, what? They get that every single fucking time, and it's cute for the first 20 years, and after that you're like, this is why I kill people.
Yeah, this is why I have multiple corpses in my basement.
Just quit.
And again, I know I've said it before.
Listen, I'm sorry, what?
I am the father.
People are saying, I'm sorry, what? Because they don't want to be rude.
Right.
But the person on the other end of that is hearing that every single fucking time, and they're like, it's killing my soul.
And I get it. I am the father of a Glenn, which not too uncommon. A Gideon and a Willow. I am the brother of a woman named Denham. My grandmother's name was Jean.
You're trying to make Jean sound weird.
Jean.
Mhm.
Well, her full... Nah, that's a hack joke. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, But one of my, was it great? No, it would have been great-great-grandmothers. Her name was Lottie Mummy.
Yeah, great grandmother. At that point, Lottie was a fucking name.
Yeah.
You know what I've never had to do? Hi, I'm Adam. I'm sorry? Oh, Adam. That's never happened. Never once. But if your name is Magumba, then you're like, in this... Hi, I'm Magumba Smith. I'm sorry. You do that every single time. Either A, it becomes rote, or B, you start to lose your goddamn brain.
My name's MacGyver Eastwood. So actually, that's a real cool fucking name. Oh,
Only between you and I.
like,
It's
can
not-
you and I have a baby?
It's not a cool name if you work at the fucking Apple store. It just ain't.
Can you and I make a baby? Because if so, we're
I
gonna.
know China can make a fucking chimera between, a marmot and a monkey, so yes, probably. Just ask China.
Let's get China involved. China, if you're listening, Zig and I want to make a baby, and it's gonna be named MacGyver Eastwood the Boss Zigga Smith.
and it's going to have to be picked up with a shovel.
And not like a regular shovel, like a gardening shovel. It's going to have to be like a snow shovel, like a scoop of some variety.
With some kind of fucking sponge involved.
And it's going to be and with purpose. I love my favorite part about these episodes when you are like, here's these names. This is bullshit. My favorite part is watching how angry you get about them.
This whole channel should just be called Zig Deals with His Grievances at You. And you go, hey, look, this isn't that cool? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah. There's no point. It's hard to fit that on a fucking t-shirt. But
that's been most of our friendship, is just you being like, God damn it, and me being like, but yeah, look how cute this is.
Yeah.
Now let me hold you. Just let me hold you.
I hate everything.
I get it. I hate everything too, but sometimes things are cute. So let me just show you the cute stuff.
Yes, but if it just, I'll eat that though. If you could just crack it and just shave it.
Hey, speaking of the cute stuff, remember the night where we were sitting? Zig and I, for the listeners that didn't essentially grow up with us, I lived across the street, but Zig and company, all of my friends lived in a house called The Gate. And essentially I lived there because my apartment was across the street. But I didn't like being there, so I just was where all my friends were. And the night that we were, I don't remember what we were watching, it doesn't matter, but we kept hearing the little meows. Do you remember hearing all the little meows? Because we had a porch couch. And I went out, and in the porch couch, a cat had kittens.
I have no memory of that.
You don't remember me hearing all those tiny little baby kitten meows and finally running out to the porch and pulling the couch porch apart and finding all these baby kittens?
Regrettably, I'm a huge prick, so stuff like that doesn't imprint on me. No.
Because now, admittedly, also, we were pretty far into the bag when that happened, and I remember you yelling from the front room, "The mother will come get them," and I'm like, "How can she? They're in a couch," and I literally pulled our couch porch, our porch couch, apart, and pulled these baby little kittens out, and the mama came and got all of them but one. And I took that one and bottle fed it.
I'm slowly realizing I'm even more evil than I thought I was. No, I have no memory of any of this.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm sorry. No, I don't.
That's okay. Look, we all don't have to share memories, because a lot of our memories were booze-soaked.
No. You bottle fed a kitten back to health. I'm like, I'm sure it's fine. Let it on fire.
Well, I bottle fed it until I found a shelter that would take it, and because I wanted to keep the kitten, but I couldn't keep the kitten because I had to work, and I just assumed, because you were pretty upset that I tore the porch couch apart.
Oh, wow. No, I'm actually, having a moment because I have no memory of this.
If any of our friends that listen to this show remember this, please message one of us so that...
No, I believe you. I got nothing.
I only tell that story because I thought, it would make a good a bumper at the end when you were talking about how I'm like, hey, look at all this cute stuff, and you're like, fuck this, everything's on fire. And I thought that would work, and it didn't. So I'm probably going to cut the very tail end of this show off.
You won't. You always say that, but you won't. But that's fine.
I've cut stuff.
I have no memory of that. I have no memory of these kittens. I have nothing. Wow. Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's 1,000 things wrong with it, but...
Well, and here's... I'm trying to remember, maybe you weren't actually at home that night.
Oh, no, I probably was. I'm terrible. I know nothing.
No, you're not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
No. You're Daddy's little sweet boy.
That's worse than nothing. I don't want to be Daddy's little sweet. I mean, fool me once.
And I'm Daddy, and you're my little sweet boy.
That's the worst thing ever with the baby blues. All right, I think we're there. Larry, what did you learn?
I learned that sometimes I have memories that you don't, and sometimes you have memories that I don't. And also that no matter what, we will always agree that some names are just dumb as fuck. And also, I've learned that I can make you proud of me if I bring you a new bourbon. And that's all I've ever wanted, is just for you to be proud of me.
That's really sad, but it's true.
It's because I don't have a good relationship with my dad.
Who does?
For the listeners, when I said that, his eyes got so big. It made me feel so good about myself. Hey, buddy, what'd you learn today? Oh my god, again, if you're not... I'm gonna try to put this up, and here's a video. We're trying to do video, and we probably should have explained that in the last episode, that we're trying to do video for YouTube. But for the listeners, he's just... the look on your face is like if the Matilda Thanksgiving Day parade balloon tried to peg Pikachu. It's just beautiful.
Uh-huh.
What'd you learn today, buddy?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I never learned anything. I learned one thing.
Yeah.
Well, no. Just quit. Okay. If you're going to name your kid something interesting, think that after you die, this poor kid has to live with that for the rest of their life. So they're going to hear, I'm sorry, what? The entire time. So if they're cool with that, that's great. But just remember, they can't be named Mephistopheles III Jones. That can't be one word. Because people are going to say, I'm sorry, what? And this day and age, they're going to say, oh, they're going to want to be polite. So, I just want to pronounce it correctly. They're going to hear that every fucking day of their goddamn life. But if their name is Steve, yeah.
Nothing wrong with a Steve or a Dave.
No.
Or a Sarah.
No, Sarah, Betty.
Betty was my grandma's name.
Yeah.
Betty's a good name. Why don't more kids get named Betty? We got Betty White. She's rad. Why don't people use Betty more often?
they're trying too hard, and they forget that, like, in 30 years, people are going to say, no, it's pronounced Gabanda. Like, they're going to have to say that every day of their goddamn life.
This is my youngest child, Gnome Schmegma Phlegetomizer.
Mm-hmm.
What? You heard me.
Junior. Really?
Oh,
Jesus.
you did that twice. Well, fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was bad enough to be Larry Smith II.
No. Larry Smith. It's a goddamn name. You hear that, you go, oh, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He looks like a Larry. That's, I don't know. I've never been a fan of the name Larry.
I don't look in the mirror and see an Adam.
Yeah, I see a swinging dick Bob. It's all one word.
Great.
That's how I've always introduced you to new people. Swinging dick Bob. It's all one word, but he goes by Adam.
Swing Dick Bob. But it can be amended. What? Nothing. Just
You
fine
don't,
with it.
just say yes. Have you ever taken an improv class? Yes, and.
I prefer no but.
No, but.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, however. That's my improv. No, however. Oh, shit.
Oh, well. Threw me a
People
left.
just...
That was a real spitball I wasn't expecting. That was a button hook. Hey, what I learned.
Yeah, 10 minutes later. Go for it.
I learned that if I just drink bourbon and beer, I make you happy.
Jesus, dude. That's terrifying.
Right? But I just want to make you happy.
Uh-huh.
Now, I learned that you and I, regardless, can be indignant about anything.
True.
Especially if given reasonable cause to be indignant. When someone wants to name their child MacGyver or Blitz. Like, again, you want to nickname your kid Blitz Rage? Like, what's your kid? This is Todd, and this is Dave, but we call them Blitz and Krieg because they tear up the fucking house, and that's adorable, right? But if you like, this is Blitz and this is Fritz. Oh, what's their real names? No, that's their names. Blitz and Fritz. Well, I'm calling DCFS, and we're getting those children taken away from you, and they're going to be given real names. What the listeners can't see is your silent chuckle and your salute. We got pretty tipsy for this episode, buddy.
Sure did, buddy. I'm going to call that a moment.
Yeah, and here's the best part, is that the listeners get bonus footage, because it's an extra 15 minutes. Zig wants to sign off, and that's what that was. Hey, buddy, you know what? You know what?
What's that?
I love you.
I love you back, buddy.